Even though he may not start for a team right now, I believe that Payton Pritchard is a starting caliber player. He has the 14th highest PER among point guards this year, which is crazy considering he's coming off the bench. And although I wouldn't rank him that high at the position, he's definitely a top 30 point guard at the very least. Playing with Tatum and Brown have created good looks from the outside for him. Harry Mitchell is so focused on Brown that he forgets that Payton is shooting 43% from 3. But Payton still deserves a lot of credit to create good looks for himself. He keeps moving without the ball, which is a skill. Here he passes the ball to Cornette, and Jalen Johnson loses track of Payton just for a split second, and Payton gets the ball back and drains the 3. And this play is drawn up for Sam Hauser to get the ball after the Keita screen, but Kevin Porter is putting a lot of pressure on Payton, so he decides to call an audible and drives to the basket. Then he passes to Keita, who's really not expecting the ball here, but he passes it back to Payton after relocating for the 3. He's not a great ISO player, but he can still punish the big if they switch on to him. Here he hits the step back shot against Vucevic, and in the same game he almost crosses himself over after the quick stop before making the 3. His ability to make threes from this far away makes him hard to defend, and chasing him off of screens is a pain for the defense as well. One play that the Celtics love to run for Payton is the Spain action for him. But instead of setting the back screen on the big like a normal Spain pick and roll, he'll drift out for the 3 without setting the screen, which can confuse the defense. Payton stands at 6'1", and when he attacks the paint, taller players will give him trouble. But overall he's shooting well from there. He drives really hard into the paint, and look how low he gets on this drive. He'll also drive all the way into the paint, stop, and shoot the pull-up jumper. He doesn't have a floater, but this is just as effective. To be a starting point guard in this league, you have to be a solid passer. I wouldn't say that Payton is bad here, but he has his struggles. Because of his height, he's unable to get this pass out before the trap, and it's a turnover. Overall, I trust him in making the right read in the pick and roll, and he's great at making the lob passes to the big. Now, if I was the GM considering Payton as my starting point guard, I wouldn't be concerned about his offense. It would be his defense that would concern me. It's definitely not for a lack of effort. It's just that teams are going to try to hunt him on that end, especially in the playoffs. If you surround him with plus defenders like how the Celtics do, then I wouldn't worry too much. According to Cleaning the Glass, the Celtics allow 110 points for every 100 possessions. But with Pritchard on the floor, that goes up to 114 points. That would rank about middle of the pack, so maybe you can't have a great defense with him on the floor, but it can still be decent. So why can't Payton start for a team then? Well, it's because he's locked into his current contract for 3 more years after this year, and the Celtics have Jrue Holiday and Derek White locked up until the 27-28 season. It's unfortunate for him, but he's outplayed his contract. He deserves at least double of what he's earning, and you can't blame him for taking the $30 million extension at the time. Currently, I feel like he would do well as a starter on teams like Detroit, San Antonio, and maybe the Orlando Magic, but let me know what team you think he would be able to start on in the comment section below. Things change really quickly in the NBA, so those teams that may need a point guard now may not need one in 3 years. But if Pritchard keeps this form up, then eventually he may get that opportunity to start. If you liked this video, then check out this video I made on Grady Dick's breakout season, or this one I made on why I think the Houston Rockets might fall short in the playoffs. Peace.